Charles Dickens motivated quotes. There is nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. I loved her against reason, against promise, against peace, against hope, against happiness, against all discouragement that could be. Never close your lips to those whom you have already opened your heart. Suffering has been stronger than all other teaching and has taught me to understand what your heart used to be. There are books of which the backs and the covers are by far the best parts. Have a heart that never hardness, and a temper that never tires, and a touch that never hurts. A wonderful fact to reflect upon that every human creature is constituted to be that profound secret and mystery to every other. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known. Heaven knows we need never be ashamed of our tears, for they are rain upon the blending dust of earth, overlaying our hard hearts. No one is useless in this world who lighten the burden of another. And oh, there are days in this life, worth life and worth death. We need never be ashamed of our tears. What greater gift than the love of a cat? You have been the lost dream of my soul. The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I wish you to know that you have been the lost dream of my soul. Every traveler has a home of his own, and he learns to appreciate it the more from his wandering. Procrastination is the theft of time. Collar him. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the years. Ask no questions, and you will be told no lies. You are in every line I have ever read. I have been bent and broken, but I hope into a better shape. There is a wisdom of the head, and there is a wisdom of the heart. No one who can read ever looks at a book, even unopened on a shelf, like one who cannot. I hope that real love and truth are stronger in the end than any evil or misfortune in the world. The broken heart, you think you will die, but you just keep living, day after day after terrible day. Spring is the time of year when it is summer in the sun and winter in the shade. It is because I think so much of warm and sensitive hearts that I would spare them from being wounded. Loving heart is the trusted wisdom. So, throughout life, our worst weaknesses and meannesses are usually committed for the sake of the people whom we must despise. Woman can always put things in fewest words, except when it blowing up, and then they lengthen it out. There was no mute sign of a woman in the room. Whether I shall turn out to be the hero of my own life, or whether that station will be held by anyone else, these pages must show. Think now and then that there is a man who would give his life to keep alive you love beside you. Family not only need to consist of merely those whom we share blood, but also for those whom we would give blood. A man is lucky if he is the first love of a woman. A woman is lucky if she is the last love of a man. Take nothing on its looks. Take everything on evidence. There's no better rule. No space of regret can make a man for one life's opportunity misused. I am what you designed me to be. I am your blood. You cannot now complain if you also feel the hurt. For it is good to be children sometimes, and never better than at Christmas, when its mad founder was a children himself. A multitude of people, and yet a solitude. I stole her heart away and put ice in its place. Happiness is a gift, and the trick is not to accept it, but to delight in it when it comes. Death may budget life, but operation can budget nothing other than itself. I love your daughter fondly, dearly, disinterestedly, devotedly. Moths and all sort of ugly creatures hover about a lighted candle. Can the candle help it? It is a pleasant world we live in, sir, a very pleasant world. There are bad people in it, Mr. Richard, but if there were no bad people, there would be no good liars. Then tell wind and fire where to stop. Return, madam, but don't tell me. Not knowing how he lost himself or how he recovered himself, he may never feel certain of not losing himself again. Bored to death with his place, bored to death with my life, bored to death with myself. There can be no disparity in marriage like unsuitability of mind and purpose. Vengeance and retribution require a long time. It is the rule. Life is made of so many partings welded together. In a utilitarian age of all other times, it is a matter of grave importance that fairy tales should be respected. Liberty, equality, fraternity, or death, the last, much the easiest to bestow. O guillotine, try flies make the sum of life. There is a man who would give his life to keep a life you love beside you. Some people are nobody's enemies but their own, yet no,